with the possibilities that Luke would be available to us to become a part of our team, and we feel fortunate that's indeed how it played out. His skills and abilities and talents and background at Duke and in his high school accomplishments in both basketball and football and many other areas all bring traits and qualities that we feel are important for a team and can help our team in particular.
What's up, man?
When you're looking at prospects, we're looking for guys that are able to excel in grit, grind, and mind. And we feel that Luke really comes through in all those areas, from his accomplishments on the court, from his mentality over the track at Duke that was filled with improvement, filled with reactions, and coming back from setbacks, whether it be a game or even within a game, are all qualities that stood out to us. And his ability to play with other players and understand how to make them better while still helping his team and making himself an effective player, all take the combination of those three factors. So I feel very fortunate and excited to welcome Luke and look forward to the days ahead. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Luke Kennard.
First off, I'd like to thank the Detroit Pistons for giving me this amazing opportunity. It's been a dream of mine since I was a young kid, a lot of sacrifice. Just to have this opportunity means so much to me, not only to me, but to my family, teammates, coaches, friends from Duke and from Franklin, Ohio. This is a special opportunity for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. Well, first off, playing for Coach K was amazing. I love that he was that way with me. I felt like I learned something new every day from him, on and off the court. He was hard on me. He was always talking to me, always teaching me. I'm successful in an environment like that, and to play for a coach that, approaches things in a similar way, I think I can be really successful, and I'm looking forward to learning from him because he's a teacher of the game, and I'm excited to be a part of that atmosphere. Football, I felt like I learned a lot from it. I felt like I could, transition some things that I took from the football field to the court, and toughness was one of them. And I guess it's getting hit every now and then, getting back up, allowed me to do that, and so definitely the toughness is what I learned from that.
Well, I think the other thing is it just to be able to excel in two sports, in Ohio, obviously a good football state, probably better than Alabama, Vince. So I think that shows some athletic ability. But to be honest, I hadn't thought a lot about it. But my brother watched tape on all these guys, the prospects, and it's one of the first things he said to me is, "I love that he played football." And, my brother goes back to Charlie Ward. He had him with the Knicks, and Charlie had been the Heisman Trophy winner at Florida State. And so, my brother thought it was a big deal, significant deal. So certainly not a negative, a positive, I think, that somebody could excel in two sports. No, we're gonna wait on that. Today's a day of celebration.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, it'll come. It'll come. Very confident. I'm a very competitive player. I learned that over my career so far, and you know, just wanting to defend is a big thing for me. And you know, I think one of the things that I want to improve on is strength. I think that'll help me offensively and defensively. So I've improved on it, and I'm continuing to do so, and I think that'll help me a lot.
You know, I look at Luke as, you know, pretty classic two guard in this league, which I think is good. I think the flexibility that Luke provides is, you know, he's a playmaker. I mean, Luke's not just, as I said last night, he's not just a spot up shooter. I mean, he's a playmaker. And one of the issues we've had, you guys know, you watch us, is we haven't had a lot of secondary ball handlers on the floor. So it's really fallen to our point guards to make all the plays off the dribble and things like that. And, you know, with Luke, that won't be the case. I mean, he's a guy who can, you know, you can put the ball in his hands and he can make plays for himself and other people. So I think he provides that kind of flexibility. But I foresee him, at least for now. I mean, he's certainly a guy who could get you into offense. He did play some point at Duke. I mean, but we look at him as a two.
Can y'all hear just fine?
It's so good when he's right at the big role. What's happening is guys just kind of lined up, being floor spacers and stuff. So I guess speak to how they're challenging you to give, if say, rotation, making sure he gets touches in doing this more less spacing. Well, yeah, I would say, look, it's pretty obvious when you watch Luke play that, you know, he can do really everything to create plays. So you can run him off of screens. He can make shots and passes as people stunt and things like that. You can put him in pick and roll situations. He's really good at attacking closeouts and reading defense as people are closing. He's got the threat of the three. So you have a lot of options. I think certainly, you know, Bob will start in Summer League next week, and, you know, get him in, obviously in Summer League, we're not going to do real sophisticated stuff, but get him in some stuff we think will be good. I've watched him on tape, but I think, like with every player, you know, I'll learn him more as we go, and build more things as we go along, and as he gets more playing time and into the rotation. He's certainly a guy you're going to want to build things for. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think the one thing that is really important to note, this, you know, we don't look at Luke as a guy who's just a stand in the corner spot up shooter. I mean, he can shoot the ball, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Oh yeah, so since I was a kid, it's what I've dreamed of doing, and last night was a special night. It's definitely at the top of my moments in life, one of my biggest accomplishments, and it was a special night overall, and it was nerve-wracking. It was nerve-wracking a little bit, but you know, once my name was called, you know, it was. And to go to a place like this, you know, it was a big sigh of relief, and it's a good opportunity. Mm-hmm. Yep, I did. Stanley's great. I love playing with Stanley. You know, any chance that I have to watch the NBA, I watch it. And you know, I live just a few hours from here. It's not far, so. You know, historically, it's a great organization. Tayshaun Prince was my favorite player growing up. I played in Kentucky, played here. So I've been involved with watching him, watching Detroit, and you know, the players here. I know they have some core veteran guys, and I'm just excited to learn from them.
Yeah, Stan Van Gundy already said yesterday that he'll be playing
here, but,
number 2 shooting guard off the bench.
Yeah. Not necessarily a Cavs fan. I guess being from Ohio, playing on his AU team, LeBron. I just kind of been a LeBron fan, but so, yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
That's right. Fuck LeBron.
I'm really excited. You know, it's coming up really soon, so I'm excited to get into it. You know, I've been watching the Summer League for a long time, and it's a cool thing to watch. And now to be able to play in it is it's kind of surreal, honestly. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning and starting this process off right. Yeah, Midwestern kid, so it's nice to be around home. And like I said, it's only a few hours away. I know my parents are thrilled about that. I'm thrilled about it. I know my hometown is thrilled about it. I know they mentioned, we mentioned the coach that, you know, they got a new fan base. Ticket sales might go up a little bit from my hometown.
About it,
yeah. And so yeah, it's awesome. It's close to home, so I'm sure I'll see some familiar faces quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Stan Van Gundy said
first of
he'll
all,
be
I'd like to
playing
say
number 2 for
our
shooting
entire
guard,
scouting staff and front office staff did,
which kind of
terrific job
makes
with
me
all the
even
setup
more feel
and
like they're gonna pay KCP.
background gathering and analysis of just about every facet of Luke and everyone else in the draft, and a big kudos to all of them, because their work allowed us to have a very good handle on this draft, at least in understanding of where we thought things might fall. We had Luke was in a targeted group, you know, from the early spring, from the very beginning, of players that we thought may be available in our range, and also had the
Now, I should have played that on YouTube for y'all.
Experience,
but you can go to their Facebook page and watch the press conference from yesterday, man. Drummond, all them trade talks that you're hearing about Drummond, they not true. Stan Van Gundy went on Facebook Live yesterday, and he was talking about it.
He'd be available. So, like every draft,
Hilliard probably be gone, but Benajay probably won't. And Benajay is a point guard, not a shooting guard.
Be there, and players that are on the outskirts of where you're.
But he'll probably be that third guy like Bullock was.
That we had put in a lot of time over the course of Luke's career, and in particular over the last couple of months to be ready in the event that Luke was available for us.
I think our record would probably be.
I got really close with Coach Bales, not just as a coach, but as a person.
From anywhere between
I love Franklin. I'm excited to get back there.
Probably 44 to 50 games.
See my friends.
If healthy.
You know, it's
if
a special
healthy.
Place. And, you know,
that's if healthy.
And humbled throughout this entire journey. So
anything more than that is a plus. But I think the Pistons end up around like probably between the 7th and 5th spot. Healthy. Even higher possibility, because some teams got kind of weak.
Oh, I thought Jeff was still.
The Bulls is pretty much out the way. They in rebuild mode.
That's the stage.
Stage right.
Yeah, right. If Ish can play two guard like he's supposed to. All right, so there go y'all press conference, man. I'll be back on here in a minute.